Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Perception Paradox. My name is Javila, and we're continuing today with Slush 2025 conversations. And I had a chance to talk with so many great people, from founders to media to investors. And today I'm featuring a very young entrepreneur. He is only 18. His dad is his CTO. He started business by selling things online, made it to some great revenue numbers, and right now building a startup. So I'm not gonna reveal too many details because he is about to share his story. And apparently it's his first appearance on the podcast. So I think this episode is for everyone who seeks for inspiration when it comes to entrepreneurship, who has some young kids and would like them to go entrepreneurial way, or maybe see them going that way and would like to get some inspiration. So let's wait no more and let's dive in with an episode with Daniel. Real people, real stories, and real challenges that break the status quo. I'm your host, Živile, and welcome to Perception Paradox. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Perception Paradox, and today we are continuing our conversations from Slush 2025 happening in Helsinki, Finland. And today my guest is Daniel Guest, and I love it. That's such a great surname.
Oh, I know. Thank you for having me as well.
You have to own it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's such a great icebreaker as well.
Yes, yeah. I mean, so many people have just like come up to me and just like, is that actually your surname? It's
Yeah.
like madness.
I love it. So, Daniel, it's your first Slush, and you've
Yes.
mentioned that so far you're having the best time.
Oh yeah, I mean it's amazing experience. I mean I was here to network with people, and I feel like I've done that, like meeting like-minded people. It's been amazing experience for me, just getting all these connections, speaking with investors, speaking with other startups. Like yesterday I had an offstage session with Gabe Pereira. He was amazing. Got to chat with him one-on-one, just asking for some mentorship, a little bit of advice from seasoned entrepreneurs who have done it before me, and how can I basically take my businesses to the next level.
Yeah. So look, you are perhaps one of the youngest entrepreneurs we do have here in the conference. What kind of questions and answers are you seeking here?
So I mean, I'm just here for like absolutely anything. I mean, I'm so open-minded with it whole. Like I was just asking, well, I asked Gabe Pereira, if you were in my position, a young entrepreneur, what advice would you give me? And he said, just keep on doing that hard work and stuff like that. Because being an entrepreneur, it's never easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But yeah, it's just continuous hard work. Like everybody on the stage, everything comes down to that hard work, discipline. Even during the days where you don't want to do it at all. Like I've had plenty of days myself where I just wanted to stop, because it's quite lonely at times as well when you're doing it pretty much all by yourself and you don't have like a partner or a co-founder with you, or you don't have employees. So that's again why I'm here, to maybe partner up with someone for my next business, my next adventure.
Ooh, wonderful. So tell me, what do you do when the things get hard and when you wake up and you really don't have that inner strength to continue?
Well, sometimes, I mean, my mum and my dad are sort of my outlet, so I get to speak to them quite a bit. I mean, they're so supportive. I wouldn't be here without them. Like my mum, for my reselling business, my mum is amazing. She puts up with it all. I've got so many items in my garage. She helps me with posting stuff.
Yeah.
She's amazing. I wouldn't have been able to scale it to my 6-figure business without her. And with my SaaS startup, it wouldn't be possible without my dad either. So they both really helped me in this process.
This is wonderful. So Daniel, look, we met with you a couple of days back during one of the breakfast events.
Yeah.
What struck me, obviously, your curiosity, very clear thought flow, and then realizing that, man, you're 17 years old, you're perhaps still in school,
Yeah.
and you already been building businesses since what, 14, 13, young age?
Yeah, so about 14, 15. So it all sort of started I think I remember it from one sort of Christmas, and
Yeah.
I got a little bit of money, but I couldn't buy the new like Xbox that came out, and I was a massive gamer at the time, and I couldn't buy the new Xbox, and I wanted more money, but my parents wouldn't give me it, which is fair enough. They already gave me a lot for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I thought, what can I sell to make me money? So I went up into the loft. I got my old Legos down from the loft, and I actually sold them. I mean, I sold about 10 figures for about 500 quid to some guy in the US. And
There we go.
I was like, wow, like here we go. I can buy the new Xbox now. But then I was just like, I had to do a little bit more market research, obviously, to get the prices for him. And then I saw like these bulk buys, and you hear all the time on buy in bulk, sell individually. So that's what I did. I found this mum selling off her old kids Lego for about £100. It was like in bulk. And then I searched up on eBay and stuff what they all sold for individually, and it happened to come out to about £200-300.
Oh, all right.
Which meant when I bought that, I got that in, I listed it all individually, and then I made £200 within a couple of days, and I was like, wow, I can turn this into a proper job. And then I did that for a couple months when I'm probably back in year 10, so I was 14, 15. And I probably made about a couple grand during that period. And then I stopped for a bit because I had my GCSEs going, which means I had to focus on my schoolwork.
These are the exams, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I focused on all my schoolwork. Like my parents obviously want me to do well in school, which is fair enough. It's always a plan B. They always say keep your options as open as possible, which I totally agree with. So I did that, and then started up college. And then December 1st last year is when I started my first reselling business, like properly. So I started reselling shoes, coats. And I managed to scale right now to £120,000 of revenue. And now I'm moving into different markets with higher profit margins, such as iPhones, iPads, and stuff like that. And then the SaaS startup, how that all came about was when I was reselling, I had to do my tax return. And it took me 3 to 4 weeks to actually be able to do my tax return, which instead of scaling my business, I had to sort of rein it in, which isn't good. You want to constantly be scaling, making money. Like it lost me on pretty much a 10 grand revenue month.
Yeah.
Because I had to focus on it, and HMRC are really on that. So now I've created this inventory management system for resellers where you can track all your inventory, your expenses, all of these key KPIs that these secondhand marketplaces don't provide you. And when you're running a business, you need data. Like most businesses nowadays are data driven. Whereas resellers, we don't know what's selling good, what's selling bad. We don't have that analysis. And that's where my sort of product came in and how the idea came about. And then going back to that tax return, now on our platform, all you have to do is click a couple buttons and it's there for you. So when that tax season comes about, it's just there laid out. You just have to print off a form, send it to HMRC, and then you can actually scale your business. You don't have to think about the admin work, which mainly all resellers are sort of sole traders, single entrepreneurs. They don't have any employees. So you can't delegate any of that. You have to do it yourself, which means that you're spending time yourself and you're doing all of it from sourcing, listing, packaging, posting, all of that. And you don't want to be doing the admin side as well. So that's where our platform came in to make that a little bit easier for resellers.
Here we go. So basically you solved your own problem.
Exactly.
That's wonderful. I have few questions actually to dig into. Entrepreneurship is a very solid journey, and I do see a lot that in order to grow, you need surround yourself with people who are into that fast growth, scaling.
Yeah.
How did you find motivation, and how was your environment when in school?
So
because the incentives and the priorities are so different usually for the young people, and you sound like someone who is very interested in business and very fast.
So I've always had a couple mates at school who have been interested in business, but maybe some of them haven't wanted to take it too far because maybe they're scared. I mean, running a business is a risk at the end of the day, and maybe they're scared to actually take that risk. So I'd say maybe my environment, that's why I've come to Slush, so I can meet like-minded people. Not everyone wants to run a business at the end of the day. Like they want to work maybe just a normal job, and that's fair enough. You can absolutely do that. But to me, I want the freedom to do whatever I want when I want. And I haven't come from like tons of money, but I also haven't come from no money at all. So I've just been like average in a sense. And I want to take myself to be in the like top 1%. I've always had that competitive nature. And I feel like social media nowadays has really helped me gain that motivation. I keep on seeing people online, they're making money, they're running successful businesses, they're helping people, they're making an impact on the world. And I feel like I can do that as well, and I want to be in their situation.
Daniel, if you make it to that one top percent, what would be your dream?
I mean, my dream at the moment is probably to like retire my parents, because obviously they work really hard, and I want to spend as much time as possible with them and spend time with family. But also, it's just like, if I have a family, like one day I have my own kids or whatever, I don't want them to ever worry about money. And obviously, we do live in a capitalist society and stuff. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to money. If you don't have money, you can't survive. So I want money to just not be a worry at all. We can do like whatever we want, whenever we want, wherever we want. Like that's my goal. Have that freedom. Like,
While working towards that freedom and building that success, how do you think we can stay down to earth and not lose our sense of reality?
yeah, I think you've just got to surround yourselves with your friends and stuff, and like obviously down to earth people. Like I met Nico Rosberg yesterday. I got a selfie with him and stuff,
Ooh,
and
well done.
he was so down to earth.
Yeah.
I mean
He seems
he's
like a cool guy, no?
yeah, I know he's one of the like. He won a world championship in F1, and when I met him,
Yeah.
he was so down to earth. But it's just maybe remembering your roots and remembering where you came from as well. And also remember that success is not down to just you, it's down to a little bit of luck. It's obviously down to your hard work, but people who have helped you along the way. Because as I said, like my mum and my dad, they've helped me along the way. So I can't say, well, I've done it all myself, but because I haven't. I have got help from other people as well.
Whom are you looking after right now? Do you have any role models that inspires you to continue building the business and growing?
I probably don't have too much of a role model at the moment, but I just look up to God really. He is sort of my role model. He's my like idol, I guess. Like we have chats together, and he sort of can understand me in a way. And I don't really idolize everyone else. I just take ideas from different people and then create my own person. I don't want to like copy what someone else has done. I want me to be unique and different.
And when things go wrong, how do you approach the situation when it comes to a bit of a failure and pivots?
Yeah, so I'm going to be honest here. Like failure, it's been tough at times. Like when reselling hasn't been going well, it can be tough, and it can affect your mental health. Like, why is it all going wrong all of a sudden? Like, I've had some points like where with my SaaS application, like the code was breaking. I was like, what is going on? Why is it all going wrong? Like my football coaching wasn't picking up. My reselling wasn't there. Everything seemed to be going wrong. But I've just got to remember, like, if everything was going right, what's the point in living at that point? You need these ups and downs to create character for yourself. And like, if you're going to tell this story one day, the ups and downs is what makes it so good. And that's what I've just got to keep on reminding myself, like, to when one day when I tell this story again, that these ups and downs made me, and then I can maybe provide that advice to other entrepreneurs, younger ones and stuff. So
You strike me like someone who has a very resilient mindset. Where do you think you've got that, or how did you develop?
I try to. I try to have a resilient mindset. I mean, sometimes I struggle with procrastination quite a bit, but I feel like I've got it from both my mom and my dad's side of the family. Like my dad's side of the family has been very like tech orientated in a way. They're quite very sort of smart, very technical. And from my mum's side of the family, like I've got the hard work. So I mean, my grandma, she's an amazing person, amazing woman. What I remember my mum telling me is that she didn't miss a day of work in 30 years when she was working as a receptionist. Like not one day off, and that's insane to me. And I feel like I get that hard work from that side, and they get the smartness. Well, a little bit of the smart side from my dad, and then it's just made me, I guess.
Oh, wow. Okay. Beautiful. So, Daniel, tell me, what are you looking right now to find in Slush? Let's say if someone would come to you, what would be your ideal person to meet, and what would be your ask?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just here to network with absolutely everyone. I've had some really good like some really good talks with some people. Like I spoke to someone at Vinted yesterday. Obviously, I use Vinted quite a bit. It was their product development manager, and what his job is to acquire companies for Vinted, and I made a connection there, which was quite good. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever want to connect Vinted into our platform, maybe I've got that
Oh,
outlet.
wonderful.
Got that outlet there, maybe. Or I've spoke to a couple investors who are quite interested in sort of me as a person, I guess.
Yeah.
And they sort of want to follow my journey, and then because obviously I'm young, I want to use as many opportunities as I can with it, and I feel like they give me the time of day a lot more than if I was 20, 22, because you get a lot of 20, 22-year-olds coming here, stuff like that, whereas you don't see many 17-year-olds here, so they give me that time of day, and they allow me to speak. Obviously, I'm practiced speaking to people much before, because this is my first conference at all.
Whoa!
Yeah.
No, and you're straight diving into Slush. That's amazing.
Exactly.
I think you're doing quite well.
Thank you.
Quite well,
Thank
well organized. So, was it scary to come to the first conference, or were you more excited?
So it wasn't too bad because I had my dad sort of like chaperoning me, I guess, and he's a very extroverted person. He'll go make conversation with absolutely anyone, like anyone in this room here. He will go.
Unless you didn't know him.
Yeah, he will go talk to him. So having him there was quite nice, and it sort of eased me into it because I think this company called Code Nicely, a little startup in India, they started a networking event, and there was like 30 people, and they just got me talking to people, getting used to it.
Yeah.
And that sort of eased me into it, and then it grew a little bit bigger, I gained a little bit more confidence, and then I felt a lot better speaking to all of these people.
And do you find entrepreneurial ecosystem supporting young entrepreneurs, or what would you see missing, or maybe what do you see available?
I haven't looked into it too much. As I said, it's been a lonely process for me, and I think I should probably look into that. I feel like maybe access to more mentorship programs. Obviously, all these big CEOs, like they have their responsibilities. They got to run these companies, but maybe even like once a year or something, they have these like mentorship sessions for young entrepreneurs like me. I mean, they can run a price, but maybe it could be set up by the government or something like that, because then once us as the young entrepreneurs actually run our businesses, then obviously we pay tax back to the government and stuff like that. So maybe that could be an outlet, bring in from the government, maybe into schools. Like schools, colleges in the UK, they could bring these entrepreneurs and CEOs in and giving talks and speaking to people. Maybe it's a selection process on who they choose to mentor.
All right, Daniel, tell me. So, what kind of challenges were you facing while building your businesses so far? Or I would like to ask maybe a bit different. What kind of sacrifices have you made to get where you are right now?
So I made a couple of sacrifices. So obviously running 3 businesses and doing college at the same time, it's a lot of workload. And I found last year I was playing football, so I was playing like semi-professionally for a team called Eversley back in the UK. And with that, I was getting injured all the time, and I was just like, my parents are like, right, we've got to make a decision at the end of the day, and that's what I had to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice my football, which I love. I mean, I still coach football to some academy kids back in the UK.
That's so cool.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, just that's what I've had to sacrifice to sort of grow my businesses more and focus on my A levels a lot more, and then. Not really a sacrifice, but I won't be going to university at all, I don't think, just so I can work on my businesses. I think education will get sacrificed at the end of college to work on my businesses.
And how much do you think you being so active in sports like football, you mentioned almost professional, did contribute to your business success?
So I think exercise is so key, and that's why when I've stopped playing football, I tried to get out. I tried to run every day. I tried to get in the gym, because it releases the bad stress when you're doing that, and it helps me mentally reset, which is so key when you're in these high stress areas. And like again, coming from the downs, just going on a run, not having to think about anything, putting your headphones in, listening to music, it can be so beneficial, honestly.
100%. All right, Daniel, I have a tradition in the podcast to leave the listeners with a thought to ponder. So everyone who were listening today for our conversation, what would you like them to think about?
I just like them to think about, like, maybe taking a little bit more risk. Maybe if you have that idea to start a business, just do it. Like me, I mean, I know people have probably more responsibilities than me, but if it's something that you want to do and you dream about, just do it. Like you only live once at the end of the day. Like there's no point working a job which you don't want to, like spending your life working 40 years in a company and then retiring when you're 70, not enjoying life. Like give yourself that freedom if you want to do it. So just do it at the end of the day.
Ah, Daniel, what a great day to start today with
Yes.
your kicking off conversation. Thank you so much for
Thank you
sharing
for having me.
your story. It was Daniel, guest, ladies and gentlemen. I will leave the links in the show notes. And yeah, good luck with your growth and ventures. And I can't wait to see where you are in a few
Thank you
years.
so much. Thank you so much.